I'm here in fucking Gainesville. Had a great time this whole weekend being out there in Daytona Beach, Florida. And Jesus Christ, dude. Some of the fucking locals in Daytona, your heart just goes out to them. You know what I mean? It's just it's all those people that people in Hollywood trash. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch, a lot of fucking white people that are just, Jesus. Life is just fucking kicked the shit out of them. Not saying everybody, but I'm just saying. I fucking came into town. I'm fucking walking down the street the first night. I got video of this. I'm walking. There's like a fight about ready to break out outside of a pizza joint. And everybody there is like my age, except they look my age. You know what I mean? They might have a better hairline, which isn't hard with me, but they're just fucking fat. Fucking big, fat, fucking, what's that, Prilosec shit that people eat? That what's it called? That shit Larry the Cable Guy talks about, right? He goes, fucking Prilosec ATC. When you fucking go out and you eat a whole fucking pig and your stomach's like, what the fuck did you just do to me? Rather than not eating a whole fucking pig again, you can take this shit and it'll make it feel like eating a whole pig yourself is okay. That shit. They had those bodies. A lot of cargo shorts that were just frayed at the bottom. A lot of bad tattoos. A lot of fucking people that look like, even if they weren't on drugs, when people do drugs for so fucking long, there's only so coherent that you can get back to. We went to this fucking restaurant right on the strip. And this fucking lady, Jesus Christ. If she wasn't high, she had just done so many fucking drugs. She brought the fucking wings over, right? And they were like, they weren't ice cold. They were room temperature, which is fucking ice cold. And I'm like, yeah, and I hate sending food back. We're sitting in this fucking restaurant, right? And we're sitting in, it's like basically a NASCAR. Because we're there to go to the Daytona 500 the next day, right? It's like a NASCAR that they cut in half and put a booth in the middle of it, right? Or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. And we looked up later, and evidently this was the worst restaurant. Me and Nate ended up going to this fucking thing. Ended up being the worst restaurant. It wasn't bad. I ordered the fucking, it looked shady. And the music they were playing like ZZ Top. She's got legs. The waitress fucked up every possible way she could have fucked up, other than just blowing her nose into the bread. I mean, other than that, every fucking thing you could do, she fucked up. It was hilarious. I felt bad for her. I could see, she just, we all do it. We all do it in my business. We stay out there too long. Madonna did it, she's still twerking. She's like 60. It's like, Madonna, for the love of fucking God, can you dress your age? Okay? Can you have a shred of fucking decency for yourself so that people can just, in a general sense, look in your direction? You know what I mean? There was a bunch of guys down on Daytona Beach dressing the way Madonna was dressing. There was a bunch of fucking guys my age still wearing tank tops where your arms have no muscle definition anymore. It's just, it looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like, when somebody has like cankles, that part of the leg where it just, there's no shape to the calf. That's what the arm looks like. And it's all fucking flabby and just these awful, horrific fucking tattoos. Just shit you pick off a wall. Somebody with the shakes just puts it on your fucking arm, man. So she comes over and she's just like, hey, well, it was like 1 PM. The sun just fucking blazing through the windows. She's just like, hey, welcome. I'm going to be a waitress for this evening. And she caught herself saying evening, and she just fucking plowed forward. We got specials here. It was like listening. It was like literally like listening to a cell phone going in and out, right? And she brings the fucking orders over, and she kept going, how's your meat? Which I've never heard anybody say that. I ordered a burger and the wings. I got a little dangerous with the fucking wings. And I had the grilled cheese sandwich. And I think it was just too much for a fucking blown out brain to try to remember what kind of protein we ordered. So she just kept coming over going, how's the meat? She came over. She gave me the burger. She gave Nate the fucking grilled cheese sandwich. We had to swing that fucking thing around. The chicken was fucking stone cold, and she started to like turn sideways when she fucked up the order, and she was like almost trying to hide behind her own shoulder. She's like, I'm sorry, I'll have the manager take it off. I really apologize. And she fucking disappears and comes back 2 seconds later, which was a big thing in Daytona. Ordering food that should have taken at least 15 minutes and it returned in like 2 seconds. It was very disturbing. Because the first night when we saw those fucking old guys with the flabby arms pushing each other outside that fucking pizza parlor, well, I'll take you through the whole fucking shit show. We went into this place that we thought was a Hooters. A fucking Hooters. And I'm like, I'm not eating it here. Any place that is sort of in the sex industry, it's got 1 foot in the sex industry, I'm not ordering food in. So I went in there and got a beer. And we walked in, and the chicks didn't have Hooters. But they all had asses. And they had shorts like up their ass, like half their fucking ass was hanging out. And it was just, it was a shit show. And we're trying to figure it out. We're like going, what the fuck? What the kind of fucking Hooters is? Is Hooters finally admitting that hip-hop went mainstream about 25 years ago and now they're focusing on asses? And it wasn't until the next day we walked out we realized it wasn't a Hooters. It was some wings joint. And I think they're going to put Hooters out of business because I don't think people care about titties anymore. You know what I mean? Plus, you can have a nice rack, and like your fucking ass can be as flat as a goddamn fucking desk, a desktop, right? You know what I mean? So then what do you get? Then you got like a pair of tits. You know? What are you gonna do with that? I love an ass. And you can't have a nice ass and be out of shape. It just doesn't fucking work. That is the nucleus of the body. If that's fucking in shape, then everything else is fine. You can have a fucking pair of tits on you, you know what I mean? And it can just be a shit show when you go south. You know what I mean? That's like, guys when they keep lifting weights, and they just keep trying to keep their chest out in front of their beer belly, and they keep pushing the jeans down further and further so they still have their 32-inch jeans, So anyways, she's like hiding behind her shoulder, going, I'm sorry, I have the manager take it out. So she fucking, I remember what I was trying to say. Yeah, how quickly the food came. So the night before we went out, after we left the fucking, the bar where these girls had to walk around with half of their fucking asses hanging out. And now that I'm a dad, it was even worse. I just kept thinking, what if my daughter ends up working? This is fuck. I wanted to meet the father of all these guys and be like, what did you do that had them end up here so I don't do it, so my daughter doesn't end up here? So we go down the fucking street, and we go to this other fucking bar. They're like, they got a biker bar down there because, Daytona has that fucking crazy biker week and some shit out here. And I'm just like, all right, I am not a biker, and I'm not going to go in there and get fucking, a pool cue fucking shoved in my ear. I don't need this shit, right? So we go to this other bar. It's sort of a sports bar. We walk in, everything's cool. So I ordered some food. I go, let me get the, what's the raw tuna? It's not sashimi. Is it tuna tartar? Tartar? Is that what I ordered? In this fucking sports bar. Why would you order raw fish in a place like that? It's fucking nuts, but I did. And I ordered chips and salsa. And I swear to God, this woman walked into the kitchen. They had the in the outdoor, the swinging doors. She walked in there, and the door went pop it, and then she came walking right back out, and with the fucking food, disturbingly, it came back so fucking fast. The look on my face, Nate was fucking crying, laughing, and all I can say about the food is you shouldn't have to chew raw tuna. It should be like butter. Like melts in your mouth kind of thing. And I was chewing the shit out of it. So anyways, back to the fucking other place. This is so stupid that I'm fucking shitting on the food there. When you're sitting in a fucking NASCAR that's been cut in half and they put a fucking booth in the middle of it, can you really complain about the food? Well, you know what? I have an hour to fill here, so I'm gonna. So this poor woman who, probably had some shitty dad and she ended up doing drugs is trying to get her fucking order right. And, the guy's walking around mouthing the words, moving on over. And this guy in the corner starts eating this burger, dude. And I can't even tell the way he was fucking attacking this burger. I was crying, laughing, and I had to, I had to do like that, when you're with somebody and the person you're laughing at kind of catches you looking at him, and then you want your friend to look at him too, so you got to do like that kind of that stretch thing where you look back. Fortunately, there was a flat screen TV above his head, and I just sort of like, without even like a ventriloquist, just went like, just turn around and look at the TV. Did like one of those things. And dude, the way this guy he attacked this burger, like he lunged at it. Rather than like, it was almost like it was someone else was holding it, was the way he was trying to steal a bite of somebody else's burger. That's the way this guy was eating. Like his first bite into the burger, he fucking lunged at it so hard, he hit himself in the face with like the lettuce. They had this big piece of like fucking romaine lettuce hanging off the side, whatever the fuck it was, iceberg lettuce. And when he lunged in at it, it fucking hit him in one of his eyes, and he had to stop and blink, and then he came up higher and just lunged at it again. He was eating it like a fucking Komodo dragon. They just sort of fucking lunge at something and just saw and rip away. It was a fucking animal. And every time he would lunge at this thing, I could not look at him, and I was crying, laughing. And of course, by 3 bites, he looked over and he caught me looking at him, laughing. And then I looked at Nate and I pointed at the menu like I was laughing, like, oh my God, they have chicken fingers. Isn't that hilarious? Like I was trying to somehow get away from it. But long story short, the grilled cheese was all right. The fucking wings were horrific, even when they were actually heated up. They clearly made them hours ago, the way they came over fucking ice cold, and then they brought me some hot ones like 3 seconds later. And so the lady comes over and she picks up our check. She walks over the register, and in that short amount of time, she already forgot where we were sitting. And then when she came back, Nate picked up the check. She gave it back to me. It was fucking horrific, man. But other than that, Daytona Beach was beautiful.